Hello everyone, welcome to this video series wherein we see into some advanced cases on factors and multiples. So far we have seen various concepts on factors and multiples, which includes finding the number of factors, summation of factors, finding the reciprocal of the factors of any number, then also looked into how to find the product of all the factors of a number. So now building upon the similar concepts further, we'll see some few advanced cases going forward. So to start with, we'll first look into the process to write n as a product of two factors. In how many ways we can write n as a product of two factors. So we'll take a example. We just try to understand here. I mean, this we have seen earlier also. Ki how to find the factors of 72. So we start by writing 1 into 72, 2 into 36, 3 into 24, 4 into 18, 5 will not divide, 6 into 12, then 8 into 9, and so forth. We can go forward, I mean further. 9 into 8, this becomes 12 into 6, then again 18 into 4, then 24 into 3, then 36 into 2, and 72 into 1. But we can see that these factors are actually just the reverse of the factors which we have written above. So basically the process is we take the square root, the nearest square, I mean the integer nearest to the square root. The square root of 72 would be somewhat around 8 decimal something. So we take the factor up to 8, I mean, so nearest integer becomes 8. So we consider up till 8, and the below that we know it will be a mirror image or just the opposite. So we generally stop here at 8, and the number of factors would be 12 here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 6 12. And what are all the factors that we can know? 1 2 3 4 6 8 9 12 18 24 36 72. These are those factors, 12 factors. Now our question is ki how, in how many ways can we write a number n as a product of two factors? So that we actually did here. We can write it as a product of two factors in six different ways, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6. You can say ki we can also write as 9 into 8, 12 into 6. These are also ways, but 9 into 8 and 8 into 9 is the same way. Here we are not differentiating between 8 into 9 or 9 into 8. So if the question is number of ways, then the number of ways is 6. So do we not see 6 happens to be, I mean, what is the total number of factors of this number Tn? So this we can write as 2 cube into 3 square. So Tn would be what? 3 plus 1 4 into 2 plus 1 3, 12. Same way what we got counting manually. So the number of ways would be Tn by 2, which is 6, and 6 ways we got. So this is what we intend to do here, but since the number was quite small, easy, we could manually figure out everything. But had the number been large, it would have been difficult. So that's why there's a need to generalize this um, concept. So for that, we'll take a reference to what we studied in the previous video, wherein we found the product of the factors. So we know we can write 72, n is equal to 72. So its product as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 18, 24, 36, and 72. So this would be a revision to you. We can say the, and 12 factors are there. So we know ki the product of the factors equidistance from center. Center would be between 8 and 9. So product of the numbers factors equidistance from center would be same. So from 6, I mean sixth number from center on the left side is 1, and sixth number on the from center towards the right side is 72. So this way if we see product of such number would be same. 1 into 72 is 72, then further 2 into 36 is 72. 3 into 24 is 72. 4 into 18 is 72. 6 into 12 is 72, and 8 into 9 is 72. So we got 72 product 6 times, right? So what is the product that we saw? So we know okay, the product would be product of factors is nothing but 72 raised to power 6, which is nothing but the number raised to power tn. Tn is total number of factor of any number by 2. This was a general thing. Now coming to the number of ways in which we can write number of ways to write in as product of two numbers, two factors is what that we saw here, tn by 2. Yeah, tn is the number of factor. And when we say factors, we generally, as we have said earlier also, by factors we mean the positive factors only. Acha, if the question was ki number of ordered pairs of factors, then ordered pairs means ki like if say 1 into 72 is a way of writing 72 as a product of two factors. So here it means ordered pairs, there are two numbers x and y. So x can take 1, y can take 72. But we can also say ki x can take 72 and y can take 1. So is it not a 2? If we are asked to find ordered pairs xy, then there would be how many ways? That would be then on the from here, right from here to here on such cases. So that is nothing but tn. 2 times, if you count this, this is nothing but 12 ways. That is same as the number of total number of factors tn. Now if the question is number of ways to write in as product of two integers, if the question is two integers, so we can say ki we can write 72 as 1 into 72. Also we can write n as minus 1 into minus 72. Both will give product 72. So if question is just to find the number of ways to write n as a product of two integers, then there would be how many cases? Earlier it was 6 cases, now there will be 12 cases. So that is equal to tn. And same question in the number of ways to write n as number of ways, rather number of ordered pairs of two integers. So it means ki now see here for 1 into 72 pair, for ordered pairs x can take 1, y can take 72, x can take 72, y can take 1. Further x can take minus 1, y can take 72 minus 72. Also y can take minus 70, x can take minus 72 and y can take minus 1. So for just one 1 into 72 thing, we are getting 4 cases. So for 6 cases, that will be 24. So that becomes 2 times tn, right? So this concept I think is simple enough. We'll see this through example. So now the question was to find the to write 648 as a product of two positive integers. So 658 we need to factorize, prime factorize. I think this will be 2 cube into 8, 3 raised to power 4, right? This would be the factorization. So we have to write as a two positive integers. So two positive integers means in how many ways we can write 648 as a product of two integers, positive integers. So that required number of ways would be what is equal to tn by 2, where tn is the number of ways of writing, I mean number of factors of any number. So number of factors would be how much? Tn we can find here. Tn is 3 plus 1, 3 fact here 4 power, so 4 plus 1 and multiply both. So this becomes 4 into 5, 20. So now we can write it as 20 upon 2, that gives 10. Similarly, if the question was to write to find the number of ways of writing 648 as product of two integers, right? So two integers means ki these are only positive integers. Now it can have negative integer also. So it will be simply tn, not tn by 2. So that will be 20 cases. Now in how many ways we can write 648 as a product of two ordered pairs? If nothing is mentioned, we always assume two ordered pair of factor which are positive, right? So that will be how much? Two ordered pairs of positive factors means x and y can take two different. So that becomes tn. We have seen that, right? So suppose I mean if one of the factor is 2, other would be 2 square into 3 4, right? This is another factor, this is one factor. So x can take a value of 2, y can take this value. Further, in another instance, x will take this value and y will take this value. So there will be two cases. So hence 2 into 10. So this becomes tn. Tn is 20. Now in the same breath, if we were to add one more question, two ordered pairs of integers. So two ordered pairs of integer will be how much? Now positive factors we got ordered pairs as 20. So 2 into this number is 81, 4 ja 324. So 2 into 324, then 324 into 2, two different pairs. Now if integers were asked, these are positive. Now integers, then minus 2 and minus 324 and minus 324 and minus 2. So one case instance gives 4 cases. So 10 instances would have given 40 cases. Simple. So this is nothing but 2 times tn, which is 40. So hope this was fair enough. Now the same number, we'll see some further cases how to see here. So here 648 we know is 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 4. Now we have to write 648 as a product of two odd numbers, right? So two odd numbers, we know can a product of two odd number give a even number? No. Odd number into odd number and we want even number. This is not possible. So 0 would be the case answer. There won't be any such cases where the two odd factors will multiply to give this number. No. Two even numbers. Let's see. So let the numbers be 2a into 2x into 2y. So 2x be one factor and 2y be another even factor and multiply to give 648. So now this becomes xy. Okay. So now we need to factorize 162. This will be 2 into 81. So 2 into 3 raised to power 4. So we just have to find the number of wage, no ordered pairs. So number of wage would be what? Number of wage would be simply the number of way we can write this number as a product of two factors. So this would be what? The Tn for this number would be 2 into 5, that is 10. So the required number of wage would be 10 by 2, that is 5 the wage. Now one odd and another even number. So see here, if the generic question was key in how many ways can you total write 648 as a product of two number, so that we saw in the previous question key the number of ways to write 648 a product of two positive factors were 10, right? So out of 10, 5 ways are two even numbers as a product of two even numbers. So rest of the number would be, and there cannot be a case of two odd numbers. So the what remains is for the one odd and other even. So this would be number of ways would be total number of way minus number of way for even into even cases. So this we know. What is this? Total is 10 minus 5. This gives 5. But this there is a generic way. I mean, we need not do on this generic way. We can write this as a number of odd factors. Whatever will be the number of odd factors, that many ways we can write the number n as a product of odd and even numbers. Simple. So what is the number of odd factors here? Number of odd factors is 4 plus 1 5. So 5 is the answer. Now we'll see number of ways to write n as a 735 as a product of again same cases. So 735 we need to write as a, so this will be, let us factorize this 5, this becomes okay. So 735 we can write as 3 into 7 square into 5, right? So now first of all let's attempt B part, two even number. Can the product of two even number give a odd number? Even into even is odd. This is not possible. So this will be a 0. There won't be any case where two even factors and will multiply to give a number which is a odd number. Not possible. Now we'll see this odd number of cases. Again, let us see this C part further. Can odd and even multiply to give odd? Odd and even always give even number. You multiply 2 with 3, it gives 6. So it's always an even number. So again, odd and even number factor cannot multiply to give a odd number. So here also it's a 0. So two odd factors is what? So then whatever the total number of ways you can write 735 as product of two numbers. Two numbers is what? Tn by 2. What is Tn here? Tn is 2 into 3 into 2 by 2. So this is 6 ways. So whatever the number of ways we can write 735 a product of two factors will be same as the number of ways we can write 735 as product of two odd numbers. So here the number of ways would be Tn by 2, right? So this is simple. I mean, so this becomes 12 by 2, that is 6. So now we'll see another example. Now if say n was 210, So what can we write? N as 2 into 105, so that becomes 3 into 5 into 7. This is the factorization of 210. Now we are asked to find the number of ways to write 210 as a product of two numbers. So we know odd into odd always gives odd. So there cannot be any case where two odd numbers multiply to give a even number. So number of cases is 0, right? Two even cases. Let us see. Let the one factor be given as 2x, other factor be given by 2y, and the product has to be 210. So from here, x into y gives us what? 4. So now see, I mean, imagine a scenario where product of two numbers, two integers, is a decimal. This is not feasible. So again, here also zero cases, because it says 2x and 2y we assumed as a even number, where x and y are natural numbers, right? A general generic form to write any even number is 2x and 2y, 2n, where n is a natural number. So from this calculation, it gets x into y 52.5, where x and y are natural number. Product of two natural number being a decimal is not possible. Hence, there won't be any cases where the two even numbers multiply to give two even number factors multiply to give 210. Okay. Now, so whatever remains, and we know the total number of ways of writing n is equal to 210 as product of two factors is what? Tn by 2. That is equal to each one of the prime factor has a power of 1. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 by 2. So that becomes 8. So whatever the number of factor total is for, there will be cases of one odd and other even case. So 8 would be answer. So now whatever examples we have seen, that I have tried to generalize here. The number of ways to write n as a product of two odd numbers, what will be? If the n is even, if n is even, then we cannot write number as a product of two odd numbers, because two odd numbers does not multiply to give even number. So it will be 0. Now the number of ways to write n as product of two factors if n is odd. So if n is odd, then what happens? In the previous example we saw, if n was odd, then two odd factors. In case of 735, we saw 735. So there cannot be a case of even into even. Even into even will not give odd number. Further, even into odd will also not give even odd number. So what remains? Odd into odd. So the number of ways in which we can write a odd number as a product of two odd factors is same as the number of way to write n as a product of two factors. So this we had seen. Now two even numbers. Two even numbers we saw, if the number is even, if the number is not multiple by 4 here, because 2 into 2 4, this 210 was not multiple of not divided by 4, and hence this decimal came. So unless the number is divisible by 4 or is in the form of 4k, the number will not be written as a product of two even numbers. Only when a number is in the form of 4k, it can be written as a product of two even factors. Otherwise 0, if it is in a form of 4k plus 1, 4k plus 2, or 4k plus 3. Now the case of one odd and other even number, that also we saw, in the one odd and one even would be in the case of even number only. In the case of odd, it's not there, because one odd and one even will never give odd number. Product of odd and even we had seen would be same as the number of odd factors of n if n is even. This we had seen here in this case, right? So this was the case here. Now we'll move into the another concept. I mean here we may see one more case, that is, though we have seen the generic expression here, the number of ways to write a number n as product of two factors is always equal to n by 2 if n is not a perfect square. So far we have seen the cases of perfect square only, but what happens if it's not a I mean, no, we have seen a number which is not a perfect square, but what happens if the number is a perfect square? So that case we need to see. So let us see here only a case where n is a perfect square. So let's say n is equal to 36. So this becomes 2 square into 3 square. So what are the factors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, then again 9, 12, 18, and 36. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 factors. So certainly 9 by 2 cannot be answered because it will be decimal. So we know ki in how many ways can we write as a product of two factors. See here, 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9, and 6 into 6. I mean 6 itself will multiply to 6 and it will give you, so number of ways becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can we not say, and the number of factor here was how much? How many? 9. So the required number of ways would be, number of ways to write it as a product of two factors would be tn by 2 plus 1 would be the answer. Now moving to the next example case where the relative position of factors of any number we'll see. So that actually we have already seen, but just to, I mean, conceptualize and frame those concepts, I have taken this case here. So we again see that example of n is equal to 72. I write the factors here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 18, 24, 36, and 72. Those of you who didn't get how to write, then you can write in the traditional way of 1 into 72 into 2, 2 into 36, that way. Now, as I told, the numbers equidistant from center, if multiplied, give the same product. So that means it has 12 factors, 12 number of factors. So first factor, factor number 1 multiplied by factor number 12 will give same product. Then we had seen in the previous cases also, factor number 2 multiplied by factor number 11. Did we not see 2 into 36, 1 into 72, 3 into 24? So this will be given by again factor number 3 into factor number 10. So on, it will be factor number 6 into factor number 7. So do we not see, I mean, symmetrical factors on the either side of the center multiply to give a product which is same as the number itself, number which is 72. So this is the relative position. So now what we had done, we had arranged the factors in ascending order, starting from 1, 2, 3. All the factors were arranged in ascending order. So now starting from left, the first factor into last factor will give the same product as the second factor into second last factor, will give the same product as the third factor into third last factor. So this is the relative position, and the multiplication of those positions will give the same product which is same as the number. So this is in short what we wanted to convey here. Now the product of factors of a number which are equidistant from center is always, will always give the number itself as resultant product. If all the factors of any number are arranged in ascending order, then the number of factors between 1 and square root n would be same as the number of factors between square root n and n. So this is same concept. I mean, earlier also I have discussed this. If I have to write the factors of 72, so I used to tell कि first we'll find the square root of 72, which is 8 decimal something something. So we'll go up till 8. So we check 1 into 72, then 2 into 36, then 3 into 24, then 4 into 18, 6 into 12, then 8 into 9. So we will check only up to 8. Further numbers will actually be repeat or would have appeared in the second part of the factor. So we need not go further. So it says the same thing. Ki the number of factors below root n less than root n, which is 6, would be same as the number of factors which is more than root n, which is this 6. So the same concept actually I have tried to rephrase in terms of the words. If all the factors are arranged in ascending order, then the number of factors between 1 and square root n, so that is 1 up from 1 to 8, will be same as the number of factors which is greater than square root n but less than n, which is 9 to 72. Both are same in number, which is 6 each. And any perfect square number has an odd number of factors. So this we already have seen. If say 36, so 36 we can write 2 square into 3 square. So the number of factors we know is what? 2 power is 2, so 2 plus 1, and again here also power is 2, so 2 plus 1. So this becomes 9. So this is odd number of factors. So similarly, if we happen to get a odd number of factors, then that number certainly has to be a perfect square. So this is also simple, which we have seen in earlier. So now basis this concept, we will see some examples and then wrap up this session. So what is the 10th factor if all the factors of n is equal to 108 is arranged in ascending order? So now first of all we have to write, uh, try writing. See, we have to find what n is equal to 108 is given. We have to find f10, right? 10th factor. And how many factors does 108 have? So we need to write it as 2 square will give 27, and then 3 raised to power 3. So the number of factors, total number of factors would be 3 into 4. Here 2 plus 1 and 3 plus 1. So this is 12. So we know ki f10 we have to find, and by the respective position we know ki f1 into f12 would be same as f2 into f11 would be same as f3 into f10, right? Which is same as number itself. So we know f3 into f10 would be n, right? Which is 108. So if we know what is the third factor, we can get what is the 10th factor. So third factor we can manually calculate. See, first factor is going to be 1 anyway, because 1 is universal factor. So if we are arranging factors in ascending order, first factor will be on 1. Now second factor would be 2, because 108 is divided by 2, right? What will be third factor? 3. Yes, 3 also divides 108, so 3 will be the third factor. So we can write here 3 into f10 will, which is 108. So what will be f10? F10 will be 36. So this is quite a simple but logical question which may appear in your exam. Now what is the 18th factor? If the factors of number 324 is arranged in ascending order. So now the question is n is equal to 324. 324 we know is what? 2 square into 3 raised to power 4, right? So number of factors we can calculate as what? Number of factors is 2 plus 1 3 into 4 plus 1 5, 15. and it was bound to be a odd number because 324 is a perfect square. We know the number of factors of a perfect square is odd number, right? So now we'll see what will be, we have to find f18, and we know कि here the number itself would be same as f1 into f15. Sorry, this is 15th here, 15th factor, or let's make it 12th factor. Okay, 12th factor. So yeah, f1 into f15 is equal to f2 into f14 is equal to f3 into f13, so on, f4 into f12, and we have to find f12, right? So we know f4 into f12 is equal to n, which is 324. So we need to find f4. f4 we can manually get the first factors. Factors is 1 would be first factor, 2 would be second factor because 2 divides 324. Then does 3 divide 324? Yes, 3 would be third factor. Then we check with the next number 4. Does 4 divide 324? Yes, it divides 4. So we got to know कि 4 is, what is the fourth factor? 4 is the fourth factor. So here we write 4 into f12 is equal to 324. So f12 is nothing but 81. 81 is your answer for this question. Again, question is, I think it has been repeated, so we can ignore this. So here n we have been given as 2 raised to power 4 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3 into 7 square, right? So we have to find 175th factor. Now what is Tn? Tn is 4 plus 1 5, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, and 2 plus 1 3. So this becomes 180, right? This is 180. So now when all the factors are arranged in ascending order, so we know n would be equal to f1 into f180, first into last factor, would be same as second into second last factor. So same way we can write f6 into f175, and this will be equal to n. So here we can write f6 into f175 is equal to 2 raised to power 4 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3 into 7 square. Now we, our next task is to find this f6. So again, what are the factors that we start from 1? 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, next 4 is also a factor, 5, yes, 5 is also a factor, then 6, yes, 6 is also a factor. We have 1, 2 and 1, 3. So we got to know the sixth factor is 6, nothing but 6. So 6 into f175 is equal to this number. 6 we will take it here. So it becomes 2 raised to power 3 into 5 cube into 7 square. This is your answer. Now if n square has, this is a important and I mean a conceptual question. If n square has 7 factors less than n, find out the number of factors of n 5. So now see here, n square has 7 factors less than n. We know n square is a perfect square. Okay. So we also know the number of factors less than the square root of n square, which is n, would be same as the number of factors more than the square root of n square. So if we have to arrange the factors here, 1 n n square, all the factors are arranged in ascending order, then the number of factors dying between 1 to n, and the number of factors dying between n and n square would be same, and we are given that n square has 7 factors less than n, so including 1 it is 7, right? And including n square, this side also has to be 7, and 1 is the one factor. So how many total number of factor is what? Total number of factor of n square is what? 7 plus 7 plus 1 is equal to 15, right? So 15 factor of n square. So n square can be now written as either 1 prime factor raised to power a, or it can be written as p1 raised to power a into p2 raised to power b, such that here a plus 1 would be 15, or here a plus 1 into b plus 1 would be 15. So two cases are coming here, right? Either n can be this or n can be this, or it can be a third case also. You can write like n p1 raised to power a into p2 raised to power b into p3 raised to power c, and see if the cases you can get. So from here a plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1 is equal to 15. So now you see here a plus 1 15, here we get a is equal to 14, right? Let's make it okay. Now here we need to check in how many ways we can write 15 as product of two numbers. 15 is what? 3 into 5. So this is nothing but tn by 2. Tn is what? 2 into 2 by 2. That is two ways only. 3 into 5 we can write, or 1 into 15. So only two ways are there. So it can be a plus, it can be either 3 into 5 or 1 into 15. But if it is 1 into 15, so either of a or b becomes, a plus 1 suppose becomes equal to 1, so a becomes 0 and b becomes 14. This is same as this case what we have taken. So this case would not be possible here. So what remains is 3 plus 5. So let us take a plus 1 is equal to 3. So here a gets 2 and b plus 1 is equal to 5. So b is equal to 4. So the number here becomes p1 raised to power 2 into p2 raised to power 4, and here the number was p1 raised to power 14. Now see here, this is a product of three different numbers. So can 15 be written as three different numbers? No, I mean it can be written as either 1 into 3 into 5. But if it is 1, then one of the number would become 0, a would be 0, giving b, I mean b plus 1 into c plus 1 is equal to 15, which is same as this case. Otherwise there is no other, it cannot be written as a product of three prime numbers. 15 cannot be written as a product of three different prime numbers. Hence this case is not possible. So we have got two cases, n is equal to p1 raised to power 14 or n is equal to p1 square into p2 raised to power 4. So we have to find the number of factors of n raised to power 5. So n raised to power 5 would be what? p1 raised to power 70. So what will be the number of factors here? Number of factors will be 70 plus 1, 71. Okay. Here n5 would be what? p1 raised to power 10 into p2 raised to power 20. So number of factor of n raised to power 5 would be 10 plus 1 11 into 20 plus 1 21. So this becomes what? 11. Okay. So this is the number of ways. So we can have two answers here, either 71 or 231. So this is a bit conceptual question. which we can, I mean, through the process which we have understood so far, we can solve it easily. So now this is a question here. How many factors of n square are less than n but do not divide n completely? So let us take some value of n square. So any value, I mean, say, let us take, say, let's decide n is equal to 2 raised to power 5 into 3 raised to power 4 into, say, 5. Okay. So n square would be what? N square would be 2 raised to power 10 into 3 raised to power 8 into 5 square. What is total number of factors of n? N would be 6 into 5 into 2, 60. And total number of factors of n square would be what? 11 into 9 into 3. So 27, 297 would be the product. So now see here. It is said ki n square. We have to consider how many factors of n square. So n square, when start from 1, somewhere in the middle n would be a factor and then n square, right? Now we know, question is how many factors of n square are less than n. So from here till here, but do not divide n completely, right? So n square has 297 factors. 297 factors. So here, so let's suppose this be x number of factors are less than 1, less than n, and x number of factors are more than n. So how many factors does n square have? X plus x and this 1 n. So this becomes 2x plus 1 is equal to nothing but 297. So here we can get x is equal to 296 by 2, 148. So this is nothing but 148 factors are 148 factors of n square are less than n, and we know n has 60 factors, right? N has 60 factors. So how can we say ki the number of factors which are less than number of factors of n square which are less than n but do not divide n completely is nothing but 148 minus 60, which is nothing but 88. See, try to understand this thing. I mean, let us see, take a smaller example. If it is 36, we can write the factors here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36. So we know there are 4 factors less than 6, 4 factors more than 6, and 1 factor is 6 itself, right? And how many factors does this number 6 have? 6 can be written as 2 into 2, sorry, 2 into 3, so it has 4 factors, right? What are those? 1, 2, 3, and 6, right? So excluding 6, how many factors does excluding 6, how many factors does 6 have? 3 factors. So it means ki only 4 is that number. 4 is a number which is a factor of 36 but not a factor of 6. So same thing we need to find here, right? See here. So what we did actually, we got to know there are 148 factors less than n, and we have to find how many factors of n square are less than n. 148 factors, but not divide, but do not divide n completely. And we know ki what are those number which divide n completely? Those would be the factor of n. So factor of n, and also on the factor of n would be a factor of n square, right? On the factor of 6 here, 1, 2, 3 will be a factor of 36, but on the factor of 36 will not be a factor of 6. So this concept, if we know, on the factor of n is certainly going to be a factor of n square. So those factors of n would be somewhere lying here, but there would be some other factors of n square which may not be a factor of n. So what are those numbers? That is something 148 is the number here, and n is 60. So I think n includes, see, this 60 includes even n. So here we need to add 1, 148 plus 1. So here we get 89 as answer. Got the point here? So 89 would be the answer here. So hope this video was useful. We'll come with some further concepts on this number system, factors and multiples. Thanks for watching this video.